Here's a tutorial on working with a foam roller behind the upper back so that you can create some length from the collarbones down to the pubic bone, bringing the body into a gentle back bend. So you'll need also a block, a yoga block, or something of substance that is a little bit taller than the height of your foam roller. So you're going to lay down on your back and position the roller so it's right at the bottom of the shoulder blades. So you can take your hand and feel. You want to have it in general around the bottom of the shoulder blades. And then you'll take your block and place it under your head. Now I have my block at the tallest position so that my head is just about level with my chest, or it could be that your head is just a little bit higher. So from this position now, we're just going to bring the feet to the floor with the knees bent and keep your legs about hip distance apart. Take a couple of breaths here, making sure that your head feels comfortable. Now from this position, you're going to take your hand behind your head and remove the block to the side and use both hands behind your head to cradle your head. Now, when you cradle your head, you want to make sure that you're not pulling your head forward with your hands. So you're letting the head release back into your hands here. So the head and the neck are very relaxed. With the feet where they are on the floor, we're going to slowly lift the pelvis up into a little bridge pose. So now my pelvis is pretty level with the side of my chest and my head is cradled here. So what I'm going to do from this position now is slowly begin to lower my pelvis almost to the floor, not quite, and then press into the ground and bring my pelvis back up. So what's happening here is if I bring my fingers to my rib point and to my hip point, when I'm lowering down, my ribs and my pelvis point are lowering and lifting congruently. In other words, what I don't want to do is leave the ribs where they are and drop the pelvis, because that creates a disconnect here. So as I'm lifting up, the space between the ribs and the pelvis, using your fingers here, is a great way to work on thoracic extension. In other words, upper back mobility. So the movement might not be very far, because we're working with the upper back vertebrae, creating a little bit mobility there. Keep your head relaxed, so you're lowering almost to touch and then coming back up. Lowering down and coming back up. Now, as you repeat this a few times, you might feel some work in the glutes or maybe in the hamstrings a little bit. That's a good thing. And then come down and rest. Keep one hand behind the head. Take your other arm to the side and roll to the side so you can come up. Now, I would recommend that you do 2 sets, maybe of 8. And again, mostly just making sure that the points of the ribs and the points of the pelvis, the space between those two, stay very balanced. Let me know if you have any questions.